All right, welcome. Today we're doing something a little different. We're not trying to predict the future. We're going to talk about how to design it. We're diving into a really cool set of ideas on how to craft a blueprint for a life that's packed with purpose, growth, and, yeah, a ton of adventure.
I mean, it's a question we've all asked ourselves, right? It can feel like we're just kind of waiting around to see what's going to happen. But what if the future isn't something that just happens to us?
Exactly. That's the big idea here, flipping that mindset. You're not just a passenger along for the ride, you're the architect. And this, right here, is your set of blueprints. It's a guide to building a future that is intentionally and hopefully beautifully your own. So let's start where any great project begins, with the foundation.
Think about it. Any great building, any incredible structure, needs a rock-solid foundation. And for us, that foundation is our inner world. It's all that deep internal work that has to happen to support everything else we're going to build on top of it. And this foundation, it's not just one single slab of concrete. Nope. It's a mix of a few really key things. Really leaning into self-discovery, taking care of your holistic well-being, that's mind and body, making room for spiritual growth, and of course, giving yourself space for emotional healing. It even means getting out there and connecting with nature. And look, don't get it twisted. This is not a one-and-done checklist. Building your foundation is a journey. It's ongoing. Life is going to throw these incredible periods at you, these chances for some really deep self-discovery, opportunities to learn some profound new things about who you are and what you can do. You know, a strong foundation means being honest about the cracks. This whole process is so tied to advocating for mental health, for ourselves and for the people around us. It's about really addressing challenges like anxiety and depression head on, not to just get rid of them, but to work with them, to integrate them, and find a real, lasting sense of inner peace. And when you really commit to this foundational work, something pretty amazing starts to happen. Your whole definition of success just transforms. It stops being about all that external stuff, the job title, the bank account, and it starts becoming this internal thing, a measure of fulfillment, of purpose, and just a quiet confidence that you're on the right path. So with that solid foundation in place, we can actually start building the framework. This next pillar is all about your professional world, how you show up, how you create value, and how you chase your passions through the work you do. This new kind of blueprint, it really forces us to rethink what work even means. We're talking about moving past that old, rigid 9-to-5 model and jumping onto a modern creator path. One that's all about flexibility, entrepreneurial ventures, and building a career around what actually drives you, not just what everyone else expects of you. So how do you actually build this thing? Well, the path to this kind of professional freedom is pretty logical. It all kicks off with mastering a set of valuable skills. Once you've got that expertise down, then you can build an authentic personal brand or a business around it. And those two things together, they pave the way for real financial freedom, letting you live and work completely on your own terms.
What's really cool is that this modern career isn't about having just one job. It's about building a whole dynamic portfolio. You can blend entrepreneurship with your own creative side projects. Maybe you're making digital content, maybe you're mentoring people. This kind of mix doesn't just keep things interesting, it also creates multiple, way more resilient streams of income. But here's the key. This professional framework, it's not the end goal, not at all. Think of it more like the vehicle. It's the thing that's designed to give you a life of true freedom. The freedom to travel the world, to invest in your passions, and to make choices based on what lights you up, not just what pays the bills. Okay, foundation is solid. Framework is built. Now the blueprint is ready for its final, most expansive part. This is where we start looking outward, connecting with the wider world, and growing our impact way beyond just ourselves. And this expansion can happen in so many different ways. It's about literally seeing the world, international travel, maybe even living abroad. But it's also about building a global community of people who get you, fostering deeper, more real relationships, and just immersing yourself in new cultures to really broaden your perspective. But expanding outward doesn't mean you have to be on all the time, 24/7. Not at all. It's about finding your personal balance. For some people, growth comes from that quiet self-reflection you get from solo travel. For others, it's all about forging those strong connections within a community. The real key is figuring out that most of us need a unique mix of both to really thrive. And hey, this is the question that's actually worth pausing on. There's no right answer here. It's all about understanding your own energy.
Do you recharge when you're alone or when you're with other people? Knowing that is so crucial for building a social life that's sustainable and fulfilling as you expand your world. And this expansion, it's not just personal, it's professional too. A flexible, digitally based career is basically borderless. The projects you start in your hometown can scale into international ventures, leading to these amazing cross-border collaborations and partnerships you might have never even imagined. So, let's bring this all home. After looking at these 3 pillars, the main message becomes super clear, right? It's all about empowerment. It's about stepping up and becoming the chief architect of your own life. If you take one thing away from this, let it be this. The future isn't a prediction, it's a project. It's time to stop waiting to see what happens. Start treating your future like it's your most important project. Because it is. It's something to be designed, to be built, and to be tweaked with intention and creativity. And there it is, your blueprint in 3 core steps. You start with that deep inner work to build a solid foundation. Then you construct a professional framework that gives you freedom and purpose. And from that strong base, you expand your world and your impact. And just remember, this blueprint isn't meant to be rigid. Think of it more like a living document. The real secret sauce here is just staying open to the journey, embracing the unexpected challenges just as much as the incredible opportunities, because that's where the adventure really begins. So the blueprint is in your hands now. The materials are all around you. The only question left is, what are you going to build first?